Hello guys, welcome to Combatron Gaming. Today I will be making a video review of one of MSI's gaming laptops. Quite honestly, this is the very first time that I'm going to make a video review, so please bear with me. Alright, so this is the MSI GS75 Stealth. This is actually the thinnest and lightest 17-inch gaming laptop. I think this is just about 2 kilograms in weight, and just to show you a comparison on how thin this laptop is. So this is a 1 dirham coin. So if you can see here, you see it's just almost as tall as a 1 dirham coin. So it really is very thin, and it's 2 kilogram weight. It's just really light. Okay. And by the way, the GS75 has different variants. They are powered with the latest 9th generation Intel i7 processor, but they do have the 8th generation i7 processor as well. And they also have the variants of the 2060 RTX, 2070, and the 2080 RTX versions. But for this particular model, this is the GS75 8SF Stealth, so it means this has the latest 9th generation i7 Intel processor and that RTX 2070 graphic card. As for the other specification, this unit is powered by 16 GB RAM, though it can be upgraded up to 64 GB. This laptop is powered by an M.2. The storage is an M.2 SSD, and which you can actually attach up to 3 M.2 SSD. The audio is made of Dyna Audio in combination with the Nahimic 3 audio boost. Communication, it has the killer Double Shoot Pro, and the ports I will be showing you in a while. Is made with simplicity and elegance. This is just purely black and gold. So you can see here the dragon logo, which is gold, and the trims on the edges. So this is also the diamond cutting trims is made of gold. The independent hinge, so you can see here, so the hinge cap is also gold. The exhaust grills, so you can see here, the exhaust fan grills is black and gold. Alright, and the chassis itself is made of aluminum alloy, which makes this really thin but durable and strong. I'm going to show you the back panel, which is the air inlet. I just want to show you this one. So the air inlet is, it has a lattice design. This is specifically done to improve the cooling of the unit. So the air intake from the lattice design is to improve the thermal performance. This is the back panel of the GS75. As I have mentioned, this laptop is powered by the Cooler Boost Trinity Plus. So it means this has the 3 fans, as you can see here, 1, 2, and 3. This fan is for cooling the processor, and the other 2 fans is for the GPU. And as for the fans, each fan has 47 fan blades of about 0.2 millimeter in thickness, and alongside with the fans, this laptop has 7 heat pipes that helps together with that makes up the Cooler Boost Trinity, and which helps on the heat dissipation of the unit. Also, another feature of this laptop is that you can add up to 3 SSD in storage for this. As you can see, one SSD slot is here, another one here, and there's another SSD slot here. But please do bear in mind, guys, that if you want to add SSD on this unit, please bring it to an authorized MSI service center, and they can be the one to upgrade it for you. Okay. And another important feature of this laptop is the battery. So compared to its predecessor, it has a bigger improvement because for this one it has a 230-watt slim type battery, so it has longer capacity compared to its older version. One of the improvements that MSI has done for the GS75 is they have significantly increased the trackpad. This is actually 35% more, so you have a larger space and a more responsive and precise tracking when you're using the trackpad. You can see the thin bezel of the laptop. So with this thin bezel, it has an 85% increase on the screen, so you have more viewing on the screen because of the 5.2mm thin bezel. So aside from the thin bezel and the 85% increase on the viewing, this laptop has 144 Hz, and also you can, since you have the HDMI port here and the 2 Thunderbolt slots, you can actually attach up to 3 external monitors on this unit. That is the matrix display. The left side panel, so you can see here you have this is the LAN port, and you have a USB 3 slot here, plus you have the audio slots, the mic and the audio, and I think this one is for the micro USB slot. And on the right side of the unit, you have the HDMI port and an additional USB 3 ports, USB 2. And an important feature of this laptop, one of the winning factor, that's the reason why this is one of my favorite laptops, is because it has a Thunderbolt 3. So this is very important, guys, because for future proofing. The GS75 keyboard is made by SteelSeries, which has a per key RGB feature. It simply means that you can customize the illumination of each individual keys, and you can even customize this in effect to a particular game you are playing. And together with the SteelSeries engine app, you can actually change the RGB lighting effects of the keyboard from a variety of atmosphere modes and preset options which is within the app. The Dragon Center is where you can actually adjust the fan speed. So as I was saying earlier, you remember this unit is powered by the Cooler Boost Trinity Plus. So since this laptop is compact, so we need to understand that when we're using this unit, producing heat is normal. This laptop can be hot, especially if you're gaming on high settings. So the good thing about the GS75 is that it has the Cooler Boost Trinity, wherein you can adjust the fan speed. So you have the auto, the basic. Advanced is where you can really customize the speed of the fan depending on the temperatures, and you can adjust both the fans for the GPU and the CPU. But just for you guys to to save yourself from adjusting it manually, it has the Cooler Boost. So we just turn this on. So if you can hear the sounds, the fans are maxed right now. So though the fan is a bit noisy, but you wouldn't really hear it when you're wearing a gaming headset. So you wouldn't be able to notice that. It will not have an effect in terms of any distractions when you are gaming. So that's the importance in a gaming laptop. You need to have a very good cooling system, and the Cooler Boost Trinity will do its job for this laptop. So even though you're playing games on the ultra high settings, it's fine because the Cooler Boost Trinity will regulate the the heat that the unit is producing because of the high settings you're playing on. Also, you can see here you can adjust the settings of this laptop. It depends on your taste, so you can also adjust the processing power. So sport is like when you're gaming. If you want to save battery life, you can go on comfort or eco mode. So this is the Naginip 3. So I'll be playing some games and some videos, so you will be able to know the difference of having the Naginip 3 turn on and turn off. What's the difference in terms of the sound quality, especially if you're gaming. This application is very important. If you're playing, for example, FPS games, you will really clearly hear everything, even the footsteps of your enemy. So it's a very big advantage for the GS75 to have this application. The last important feature that I'm going to show you on this model is this one. Okay, so the MSI GS75 is equipped with the Killer Double Shoot Pro with the Killer Control Center. So what this does specifically is that it allocates the bandwidth of your internet. So let's say, for example, you're gaming, but at the same time you're also browsing on YouTube, or probably you're browsing the internet. So regardless, if all those applications are running on the laptop, the Killer Double Shoot Pro will prioritize the gaming. So even if the other applications are turned on, with this feature you can prioritize the gaming, so you can have uninterrupted gaming. It means that there will be no lag, there will be no compensate in terms of connectivity. Alright, so I'll be showing you some games. I'll be playing some games on this laptop show to show you the features and benefits of the apps that I have explained a while ago. Plus, I will be doing some benchmarkings also to show how this unit fares with the industry standards.
before I got to Europe, I'd never seen an aeroplane in real life. High above, they twisted and turned like flocks of birds dancing. There was a romance.
Wilson! If I'm gonna die up there.
Come on, let's do this.
All right, I got this. Are you with me?
Of course I'm bloody with you. Fighters on their way, I'll cover our tail. That's it! We're hit! One down! Use the damage!
In the deserts of Arabia, an insurgency war was raging years before I got to France. Tribes.
No, it won't. Let me think.
Train's coming a long way, so it'll have to stop to take on water. That's where we strike.
Agree. I'll deal with any sentries, then rig explosives on the track.
Yes, and I'll rally our fighters.
When I blow the lines, the train will be trapped. So when you hear the blast, you need to attack them with everything you have.
It's good. But you know that there's a chance the men may not come. You may set off those explosives and find you're out there all alone. You know that.
I guess I won't know either way until I set it off.
Okay, we'll be playing Apex Legends on the GS75 Stealth with max out setting and set to 144 FPS. Nahimic boost is currently turned off, so later on I'll turn it on so you will see the difference in the audio experience. Let's do this.
Get ready. Moving up.
Copy that.
Copy that.
Enemy spotted.
Getting shot at. Reloading. Going to phase.
I am taking fire.
Enemy taken out.
Good kill. Let's explore this way. They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
I'm getting shot at. Reloading. Big up to us. That was the last
Two
one.
more,
in the
two
squad.
more.
Good job. I set the portal. We're close to the ring. 30 seconds left. Enemy over there. Opening fire. They spotted. I'm taking shots. Reloading.
Reloading.
Okay, we're continuing playing the Apex Legends on the GS75 Stealth. This is again maximum settings on 144 FPS, and now I have turned on the Nahimic 3, so you will see the difference in the audio quality.
Get ready. Moving up.
Attention. First blood.
First blood and
Round 2. Beginning.
Squads remain. Let's keep winning. Whole squad down. Now we can.
now my decoy.
1 minute. Let's go this way.
Bad news. I'm down.
Ring's not that far. I love it when that happens.
Placing gas trap. Placing gas trap.
Enemy taken out.
Remarkable kill.
Get some damage over here.
Taking fire.
that concludes the quick review of the GS75 Stealth. Now, I would recommend this laptop if you are the type of gamer who's always on the go, because since this is really thin and light, so you can bring it anywhere you want, but don't be fooled by its lightness, because this unit packs power. As I explained earlier, it has the latest 9th generation Intel i7 processors, and also you can choose from a variant of the RTX 2060, 2070, and the RTX 2080 graphic cards. Okay, so just to summarize things quickly, aside from this unit from being thin and light, the features that highlights the most on this unit is the cooler boost trinity, which is really one of the important factors in considering when you're buying a gaming laptop. As you can see, a compact unit like this will generate lots of heat, so it's important that you have a very good cooling system. I may make an in-depth review of all the features and applications of the GS75 if you guys would want me to, but for now I'll leave this model for you guys to think upon. But a pro tip as well, if you can see behind the unit, let me just move this. If you can see this, by the way, this is the little brother of the GS75. This is the GS65 Stealth, which I will be making a separate review. But if you can look at this is a laptop mount, a swivel mount. So I'm recommending this for gamers, because since we are gonna be using cooler boost when we're gaming, so since if you can see here, this is an open space and the intake of the air comes from under the unit. So if you have something like this, it will be better for the gaming laptop, because it will have a better air circulation. The air from this area, cold air, gets sucked in from the bottom, and it goes out from the vents on the side and the back panel of the laptop. So if you have if you're going to consider something like this, especially if you're going to use an external monitor to run the unit, it's a good thing to have something like this, so the air circulation, the heat dissipation of the laptop will be far more better. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. As I mentioned, this is the first time I'm making a video review of the MSI gaming units, so thank you very much for bearing with me. By the way, this unit is available in selected stores in Virgin Megastore and in Jumbo, and I think they also have in Sharaf DG, and also you will have some of these models in the local retail shops in Computer Plaza in Dubai. So thank you guys, and I'll see you again on the next review.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.